So, after that altercation with the cops, I realized I messed up. I messed up because I called my boss. And I had him come over and deal with the cops because I don't want to talk to them. And everything got sorted out. They left. I just talked to my boss about it, and he's like, yeah, I'm glad you didn't talk to them because I would have had to fire you if you would have, said some stupid shit. And I was like, I wouldn't have anyways. I would have just gave them my ID, called you, and fucking just, like, I don't know, like. But the thing is like, when you're in a building with a passcode on government property, and the cops are on government property, and they can't get into that building, they aren't authorized in there. They don't have access to it, yet I do. And I have a bunch of cleaning stuff in there. Like, you could literally see the vacuum, the mop, the dust mop head, the dust mop. Like, you could see it all. It was right there. Right there. It wasn't like hiding. I wasn't being suspicious. There's this thing called reasonable suspicion. And when cops just go around doing whatever they want, it makes me regret calling my boss because I would have rather just gotten swatted. He told me I would have just got swatted. And I would have spent the night at jail or like a couple months or whatever at jail until the court stuff happens. So the whole thing would have been just A-okay if I would have just called. If I would not called, but I would have just said nothing to my boss at all. Like, I would have gotten like $1 million settlement because those fucking dumbasses didn't have any reasonable suspicion. Oh my god, there's a vacuum in there. This guy said he has cookies in his car and a carton of strawberries. I mean, fucking, what criminal has food in their car? Food. And then he brings a vacuum and a broom and a dust mop and a bunch of cleaning chemicals. What criminal does that and has a passcode to a building not even the cops have a passcode to? They tried to open the door. I heard beep, 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 beep. And then bam, 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 bam. Open the fucking door! It's like, you know what you do when you're surrounded by sharks and they ask you politely to cut your fucking wrist and take a swim with them? You don't cut your wrist and go into the water with some sharks and take a swim with them. No. And it was the same cop that said I was parked in the middle of the road the other day when I was parked 6 inches from the road on the curb.